Good morning. Namaskar, Kundalini, and Collective Bandhan. Relax. Both hands on our laps. And keep our eyes open, looking Sri Mataji's photograph. To receive her blessings and vibrations, purifying us. Today we are going to worship our Kundalini, collective Kundalini, as the reflection of Sri Mataji inside us, in the form of the Adi, Shri Adi Kundalini, the primordial Kundalini in our meditation. Salutation to Shri Ganesha in our first center, the Muladhara chakra. Shri Ganesha, you who are in all our chakras. Please remove all the obstacles we have for our ascent. Let's say the mantra Shri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sashat Shri Ganesha Sashat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, please fill the world with your light of innocence and purity. And protect all the Sahaja Yoga schools around the world. Collectively, let's say the Ganesha Atarpachircha. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyasham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalpidam Brahmasi Tvam Sashatatmasi Nityam Ritam Vashmi Satyam Vashmi Ava Tvamam Ava Bhaktaram Ava Shotaram Ava Dataram Ava Dataram Ava Nushanam Ava Shishyam Ava Pashatat Ava Purastat Avo Taratat Ava Darshinatat Ava Shurpatat Ava Daratat Sarvato Mam Pahi Pahi Samantat Tvam Van Majas Tvam Chinmayaha Tvam Ananda Majas Tvam Brahma Mayaha Tvam Sachitananda Vitiyosi Tvam Pratyasham Brahmasi Tvam Gyana Majo Pingyana Majosi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvato Jajate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvastasti Statihi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvajilajameshyati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvaji Prajayati Tvam Bhumirapo Nalo Nilo Navaha Tvam Shakpari Papadani Tvam Gunatrayatitaha Tvam Dehatrayatitaha Tvam Kalatrayatitaha Tvam Muladhara Shityosi Nityam Tvam Shaktitrayamakaha Tvam Yogino Jayanti Nityam Tvam Brahma Tvam Vishnus Tvam Rudras Tvam Indras Tvam Agnis Tvam Vayus Tvam Suryas Tvam Chandramas Tvam Brahma Bhubhaswaram Ganadim Purvamusharyam Varnadim Tadanantaram Anuspara Parataraha Ardendu Lasitam Tarena Ruda etattavam manusvarupam gakara purvarupam akaro manjamarupam anuspara shantyarupam bindurutararupam nada samdaman sahita sandihi saisha ganesha vidya anaka rishihi nirri gajatri shandaha ganapati devata om gam ganapataye namaha ekadantaya vimahe vakratundaya dhimahi tano danti prachodayat ekadantam charturhastam pasyamankushadarinam radam cha varadam astairvibramam muchakaspayam raktan lambodaram churpa karnakan rakta vasasan rakta gantanu liptangam rakta puspahi supujitam bhaktanu kampinan devan jaga karanamashutam avir putam srijato prakitehe purusha param evan jati yo nityam sa yugi yoginam varaham namo vratapataye namo ganapataye namaha pramatapataye namaste astu lambodharaya ekadantaya vignanashine shivasudaya Shri Varadamurtaye Namo Namaha Sasha Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's put our attention at the top of the head. And also in our central channel, the channel of the ascent of the Kundalini. This Kundalini, the Adi Kundalini, the Kundalini of our Divine Mother, is the feminine power of God within us. Without the expression inside us of this Kundalini, it's not possible for us to ascend. Let us, Shri Mataji, please. Let us, this Kundalini, going up to the Sahasrara. And let's go to the totalist awareness state. Shri Ganesha, please grant us humility, innocence, purity, fearlessness, patience, wisdom, and joy. In this state of thoughtless awareness, let's have Sri Mataji's talk for today.
To keep at the back and don't sing now anymore. Now she's the one who is sort of leading the group. So all these beautiful things start manifesting, which you should accept that they have come to you. And give up all that you call as fear. All kinds of fear we have. These are all left-sided things, as you have seen yesterday, left-sided man, what he should do. But what a left-sided man has to know, that he is now an enlightened soul. And no one can touch him, leave alone destroy. No saint will be destroyed. Those who will try to destroy you will, in a very interesting manner, will be finished. Not destroyed, but very interesting manner, very jocular manner. You will laugh at that. And you will enjoy the way things are working out. Like there's a saying in Sanskrit, Vinashakale viparita buddhi. Means their destruction will start by their own stupid methods. They'll become stupid. And at every stage you will say they are becoming stupid. And by that stupidity they are destroying themselves. You don't have to worry about that part. So that's why you don't need any destructive powers. It will all be done by this all-pervading divine power. So that part you have to give up. You just forgive that person. As soon as you forgive, the responsibility from you shifts. And then Kundalini rises. You don't have to carry any malice, anything against him, but just laugh. Because they are blind. Because they are stupid. They are foolish. What do we do if you see an idiot? We may not laugh in his presence, but we do, isn't it? At his back. Because he's an idiot. So they become idiotic. And you see them becoming idiotic, and then you just start. You see, that's the humor of Sahaja Yoga. You have to have some humor also, isn't it? And then you start seeing these jokers, you see, behaving in that manner. And the whole circus they do is nothing but jocular. So there's nothing to have any fear from any human being. Same about organizations or anything. Naturally, you have to know one thing, that as you are realized souls, you have seen the truth, you are in the light. So they are going to oppose you. They are going to oppose you. They did this, isn't it, to others. Everybody suffered so much. But now no more sufferings to you. Only thing, you can enjoy the humor. Just understand this point, that nothing will destroy you, no one can touch you, but they are there just to supply some humor for you. If you take such a light attitude towards them, all this fear and left side will go away. What are these badhas and what are these bhoots and what are these tantrikas? Nothing. You are so powerful. Just with one glance, you can see them dancing on their heads, the other way round. As long as you will have fear, Kundalini won't rise, because she doesn't rise for people who are cowards. Coward is she's not going to support. If you are a coward, she said, all right. You are walking on the street. Normally, people are afraid if there's darkness, afraid that somebody might attack. But a Sahajogi does not, if he's a real Sahajogi, because he knows there are ganas and there are angels around him. No one can touch him. And the one who will try, these ganas will make such a fool out of that person that you will have a nice chance to laugh at. Now you watch and see. So this left side, or this fear, should go. Once this fear will go, all your slyness, all your intrigues, all your jealousies will just disappear. That's how the Kundalini will rise very well. Then another problem is for the awakening of the Kundalini is your ego. That's tremendous, I must admit. Rather too much for people who follow Christ. It's very surprising. And those who follow Buddha. Because they are anti-Christ. Because they are anti-Buddha. The one who on the cross said that, "Oh Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." If you are following him, how can you have ego? Now the forgiveness should be absolutely spontaneous. There should be no ripple even of anger. Because you are so powerful. What can anybody harm you? But if you catch on your agya, only you are harming yourself. If you want to harm yourself, nobody can help it. So this anger, which comes from liver and settles down in your agya, has to be looked into. That's a very important thing where Kundalini stops, in the West especially. Because this whole culture here has created two problems. The first one is acquisition instinct, what you call as greed. The more greed you have, the more these machines can run, and you can have industrial development of plastics, and then have a conference against ecology. In Spain I saw, I don't know, there must be 3-4 car factories, because every car had only one driver because it had to be there. And so many cars that you just don't know how to move. For your program also is impossible. You must start 2 hours earlier when you can just take 15 minutes. In France is another thing, Paris. Paris, if you want to go somewhere, you should start at 4 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, you cannot reach that place. Same about Milan and same about Rome. The worst is Switzerland. I don't know what to say about Switzerland. The name itself is rather very dangerous. Because they are making all ugly money, they are doing all these things. I mean, every kind of sin they have got in the name of acquisition. For them, nothing like sin, taking somebody's money nicely, keeping that there, extracting money from poor countries, they don't feel there's anything wrong. I mean, they have become immune. So this acquisition instinct that we have, and which has been very much fanned and have been made into a big sort of a quality in the West, we should try to see it clearly. In the olden days, in the same European countries, this was used for creating art, for producing artists, for supporting artists. Even in our country, artists were supported by the kings and all the big empires that we had. These days, there's no question. No government is willing to support the artist. You know that Mozart was called by the Queen herself to play before her. So the governments were not only looking after the collection of taxes, but they were looking after the artists, musicians, painters, and people who did creative art. Like in France, you can see how their queen collected beautiful artistic things and encouraged artists to do artistic work. Spent her money in that. And now, you know that she was killed by people. By killing her, they have killed the art of France. And now the French themselves have become bourgeois. Those whom they condemned, they have become that. So acquisition instinct has to be taken to the acquisition of art. That also should not be plastic. Otherwise tomorrow you might start buying plastic artistic things. Genuinely made, handmade things. Or the music also, which is very deep, classical, singing the songs of the divine. Not the cheap type music which just makes you mad or makes you full of lust and greed. So this is one of the problems of your culture, which gives you this kind of a ego. I mean, people, if they have, say, a Rolls Royce, then of course nobody can talk to them. Their brain has blown out of their heads completely. But even the driver of the Rolls Royce, who doesn't own the Rolls Royce, he drives, his head is off. He has a different gait, he walks in a different way, he talks in a different way. So this acquisition instinct gives you so much of ego. I mean, you go to somebody's house, like some stupid Indians who are now in England. I went to their house. They are Sardarjis, means following the path of Guru Nanak, where drinking is not allowed. So as soon as you rise, he shows us a pub in his house. My God, I said. I went back 3-4 steps, you see. He says, see my pub, as he says. And from the pub he takes out a soda thing and shows us how it pumps out the soda. And he wouldn't talk, you know. And when we said we don't drink, he thought we were sinners of the worst type, that we don't drink. So this acquisition instinct is now ending up into something which is very cheap, vulgar, and immoral. The fondness for showing off is so much that you are sometimes shocked. The way people try to show off. Like an American lady came from America. And she asked me, Mrs. Srivastav, how many pubs you have seen in London? I said, none. Oh, you are good for nothing. Useless, absolutely. You haven't seen any pub. The best houses in any village, any city in England is a pub. I said, from outside I've seen, all right, it's just to satisfy. I thought she's artistic. No. Do you know the best pub in London? She gave me the list, I said, which one is the best? There was one called Hermit's Pub. I said, what is this supposed to be? The man who was living in this house died. And nobody knew that he's dead. So, for months together, nobody went in. And the whole place was filled with that stink. And lots of cobwebs were there. Then they removed that dead body from there, and the stink is still there, and the cobwebs absolutely intact, You have to be careful that you don't break them. And there, that is the best pub for which you have to pay quite a lot. And I have seen that, so proud. So where does it end then? This acquisition instinct ends in where? In rottening things, in putrefying. We may call it fermenting. It has to end up. Because the reaction of the ego comes and you start enjoying things which are rotten, like cheese of France. Never eat that. I tell you, you will burn your finger, you will burn your throat, and you will burn your stomach. It is very rotten. And the more rotten it is, the better. The wine. The wine is the rotten grape juice, absolutely rotten. You can't take it. It smells, I've seen the smells like a rotten cork. I asked somebody, how does it smell? He said, it's very fine. I said, does it smell like rotten cork? I've never smelled a cork. That's why I said, if he had smelled a rotten cork, he would never have taken to wine. So, all things that are rotten, the discovery of cheese, what had happened, how it started, do you know that? There was a big snowfall and milk was left in one cave. So, because of the snowfall, everybody forgot about the milk. It was left there, then summertime, the milk became rotten, then it became more rotten, more rotten. After 12 years or so, somebody went and saw this there. Thank God I have not taken my food today. And so they took that milk, they called it cheese. In India, cheese is used in Urdu language especially for something which is something special thing, something very special. And also, as you know, in music they use it for some special composition, cheese. But here the cheese is the most rotten milk which no human beings or animals should eat. Worms may. So they gave it to worms. And I know in Holland and also in Sweden, I think, Yeah. They had cheese with worms, and they were eating the worms. Can you beat it? It's true. Not only the cheese, but also the worms. See where we have ended up into our acquisition instinct. The wine has to be 100-year-old, certified. That's the best. Such rotten things we are eating, they smell, I tell you, they smell of it. That's why once I was surprised that they go to the bathroom, don't even wash their hands. We get such horrible smells they don't get. Because if you take that cheese, you cannot smell anything rotten. Even if you put them in the gutters, they won't feel anything rotten. Because it's all that dirty smell they are used to. It's the filth. Even if they go to hell, they won't feel bad because the smell will be the same. So where should we put them? They are so immune to that dirty smell, which is absolutely subhuman. So this acquisition instinct in any elite society, once upon a time, French society was regarded as elite. What happened? Poor children must have been upset to hear all this, you see. I can quite understand. So the most elite society was the French society. It was most diplomatic in every way. Their food was made with wine, everything was wine. And this diplomatic society, once upon, ruled the whole diplomatic areas. But they never realized that the whole culture was nothing but eating and drinking. Nothing else but eating and drinking. And later on, maybe little politics started. But this eating and drinking went to such a limit that now they have gone out of diplomatic areas. No one wants them. Because they never think in the right way. Any diplomat, French diplomat is anywhere, people say, is he French? Yes. Then better not call him for this meeting, He'll put his own ideas. They went out. So now that eliteness is shifted in America. So the most elite are taking to drugs. What is it after all? Drugs is creation of this acquisition instinct only. Why should you blame Colombians or anybody else? They are making their money all right, as you are all making. But the one they are feeding is America, and America is the main thing now in acquisition instinct. What are they acquiring? I have been in that society. They only talk of drugs. All right. Drugs, they talk not only that, but it's like a shopping of drugs. They all know where you get drugs, all these so-called ambassadors and these people, and their wives. With all their dresses have become simpler now. They do not dress up the way formerly the ambassadors' wives used to dress up. I will not be surprised if they come in holy pants. So this acquisition instinct, you can see in the elite society, has ended up into drugs. And if not, into gurus, false gurus. Those who got fed up with this went to false gurus, because they have no discrimination to know what is right and what is wrong. See step by step how it has gone into the rotten state, this ego in the West. So this is the first point. Is the acquisition instinct you have. In that, then somebody's wife is good looking, then every man has a right to look at her. Or some man is good looking, maybe anybody's husband, every woman has a right to look at him. Not look at her own husband, but another man. What's the use? I've never been able to understand. What's the use of looking at another man who is not your husband? This acquisition instinct has gone into complete immoral life, immoral society. And they have lost sense of respect of their age. A 90-year-old woman having a love affair with her grandson who is 18-year-old. Just think of it, such stupidity, such nonsense. How is it possible unless and until we have some sort of a perverted acquisition instinct? Even art has gone into perversion. Everything has gone into perversion. Because the curse of the Western society is that there is no Maryada. And Kundalini rises in its own Maryada. It brings back your Maryadas. It keeps you into your Maryadas. You are a human being. Don't live like animals, even worse than animals. You have no right to do that. God has not created you to be subhuman, but to be superhuman being. So, this is how it works out. You can now think about it, how far it goes, this acquisition instinct about things. But the second very bad curse of the Western acquisition instinct is that they want to acquire, aggress others. Aggression, the aggressiveness. They think they have a right to aggress other countries. I mean, they aggressed our country for 300 years. Why? Why did they aggress? We are not bad people. Because we had gold, we had diamonds, we had pearls, we had lots of things, which were just material things for which they aggressed us. And they didn't take any spirituality from India. So the French aggressed, he's aggressed, all the time aggressing. Japanese are also following you. This aggression then moves the whole society into a very destructive force.
SAHAJA Sri Adishakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. With the attention at the Sahasrara. And in the teachings of Sri Mataji, let's put our attention inside, individually. Sri Mataji, take away the ego and superego. Om Tvameva Sachat Shri Mahalasmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sachat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sachat Shri Kalki Sachat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sachat Shri Kalki Sachat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. 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 Thank you, Shri Mataji, for your presence today in our global morning meditation. Thank you for your protection and for all the blessings and for letting us to understand the powers of our kundalinis. Now, with full respect and devotion, rise Kundalini, Puram Bandhan, and do the Namaskar. Jai Shri Mataji.
ये गुलशन हमारा बसेरा ये प्यारा, ये गुलशन हमारा बसेरा ये प्यारा, यहीं से शुरू नव जीवन हमारा, यहीं से शुरू नव जीवन हमारा, विश्व निर्मला प्रेमाश्रम ये न्यारा, विश्व निर्मला प्रेमाश्रम ये न्यारा, परमेश्वरी भगवती निर्मला, हमें तेरी ममता का आश्रय मिला, परमेश्वरी भगवती निर्मला, हमें तेरी ममता का आश्रय मिला।